focus. Is there any? Can you click on the screen and focus it?
It's doing a little better.
It's doing a little better. Yeah, it's confused. Apple's algorithms aren't necessarily trained on their autofocus model. Isn't necessarily tested on Highway 5 road scenes. Chemfic, what's up, Kemal?
You got Hey Andy.
Kemal, the abstract, Q-tip, but his Kemal is K-A-M-A-A-L. Check it out. Q-tip. Has anyone said anything?
No, you got a Hey Andy, that's about it.
Hey.
Why don't you tell the people what you're doing?
We're driving to San Diego. This is like fleeing the dystopia part 2. I already moved to San Diego, but we're driving a Penske truck rental, 12-footer, packed with furniture and things. I've been living real aesthetically in San Diego, sleeping on the hardwood floor. Real Steve Jobs mode. But now we have furniture and nice things, bringing the comfort down. And the cameraman is my partner in crime.
Yep. Partner in life.
Partner in life. Not like that. My partner in life is driving a Fiat ahead of us.
Should have ported openpilot to the U-Haul.
I want to talk on this about pronto.ai, which is comma.ai for you showing them the Bluetooth transmitter?
Yeah.
Which is comma.ai for trucks. And I'm really looking forward to being able to eventually, hopefully, drive a rental Penske truck that has a Pronto system built in. We got cruise control on this truck, but Penske is going to be the one to do it. All right, we can talk about truck rental companies, and we can talk about how U-Haul is trash. U-Haul wasted an hour and a half of my time, and I got to charge back $600 on my card. In fact, $1,200 from my card, because the first $600 was for a truck reservation in Berkeley. Rolled up to the U-Haul at the reservation time. You're supposed to be able to, unlock the car from your app. But I clicked the unlock button, pick up, and I got some unknown error. Please call John. You call John straight to voicemail. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, well, there's a lot of U-Haul locations. I'll go ahead and reserve in Oakland. So I reserve in Oakland, and this is a human pickup. This is an automated pickup. So I got this other U-Haul franchise, and reservation 5:30. The franchise says listed hours closed at 6 on Monday. Roll up at 5:30, doors locked, no one's in there. I call their phone number. I can see through the window their phone ringing inside, but of course no one's in there. So we flipped off the security camera outside about 15 times, and I called Penske. Penske truck rentals are professionals. I called them in 6 minutes, told them where I was going, and got my truck reserved. And we rolled up to Home Depot and got a Penske truck. The customer service rep was beyond professional and efficient. So yeah, if you're gonna rent a truck, fuck U-Haul. Don't give them your business. Give Penske Truck Rentals your business.
That's an official statement.
I'm tonight or tomorrow night, at the latest Thursday, I will be creating an array of anti-U-Haul internet properties. We're talking .coms, we're talking .orgs, we're talking
thousands of fake Yelp accounts.
Yeah, we're talking thousands of fake Yelp accounts spewing the truth. The truth. If you make internet bots and you spread falsehood, that's bad. But if you make internet bots and you spread truth, I would say that's noble.
Best shill stream I've seen so far.
Yeah, so it's up to us, You can call U-Haul support. You can get all angry, You can be, God, I'm gonna really call their support, and I'm gonna make my way up the manager chain. I'm gonna speak to your manager. I want to speak to your manager, and your manager's manager, and your manager's manager's manager. And you'll be able to maybe get a message through, but you can't enact change through that because you know who really needs to hear your message are prospective U-Haul customers. It's unfortunate U-Haul has this brand. It's a good name, U-Haul, and people probably don't even necessarily go on the internet before booking a U-Haul reservation because they're just like U-Haul. I see them around town, but there are many such cases of people being kind of just left out in the water when they're trying to pick up their U-Haul. And I really want to make sure that these people's stories, mine and the many others included, are heard. So we might get uhaulscams.org. We'll put a fake 5013C logo, Better Business Bureau. All the like logos you can put on the website.
Kelly
Signal
Blue Book.
Trust, Kelly Blue Book approved. Consumer Reports affiliated. Yeah, an American flag. But we should also translate the site.
Yeah.
And you can click on your flag and get the dominant language in your country live translated on the website, because everyone needs to know.
We should also partner with like the Longshoremen's Union. Get the unions in on this.
I think the unions could be in on this. I'm sure the unions have the same and many other reasons to also oppose U-Haul on strong principle.
Angrily sips water.
Just gonna flush these thoughts out. Wow, Highway 5 is beautiful. California is beautiful. The Central Valley is pristine. I really want to go on an El Camino Real trip and stop by all of the missions. My favorite mission is in Soledad, California, which is maybe an hour south of Monterey. It's one of the most calm, pristine, untouched other than by agriculture, areas of California. Soledad, California. There's Mission Nuestro de Soledad, Catholic mission, of course. Spanish, missionaries set it up hundreds of years ago. It's a beautiful place. I highly recommend it. On that same trip, you can also stop by the Pinnacles National Monument, which is like this park dedicated to these huge-ass rocks, which is why it's called Pinnacles. There's literal pinnacle rocks. It's a fun place. Great for families. Great for young people. Great for old people. Great for everyone. Everyone likes rocks. If you don't like rocks, I don't know what to say.
Can we swear on this?
Oh, yeah.
Well, fuck you if you don't like rocks.
Fuck you if you don't like rocks. Yeah.
Go somewhere where there are no rocks. We go to Arkansas.
There's no rocks in Arkansas?
I don't think so.
What is there?
Cornfields.
I guess there's rock underneath, but not rock above. Not intended, Arkansas, corn.
God told you this personally?
No. I am intuiting, an act by our Creator. However, I don't know. God, it's a true statement. Nature made Arkansas have no rocks. We can speculate on the reason, and it's our duty to. Everyone can just appreciate that Arkansas has no rocks and has a lot of corn. Everyone can appreciate that fact.
And Mr. John Tatum said, speaking of beautiful places, check out Swami's Beach and the meditation garden when you get to SD.
Hey, the meditation what?
The meditation garden.
I'm gonna go to the meditation garden. I'll bring my extra long yoga mat. And pop a lotus.
There's a lot of pallets in that truck.
Yeah. A lot of things being moved. Things need to be moved. You know? Trucks are important. And companies like Pronto.ai are doing wonders for trucking and making it safer, more efficient. And the end result will be cheaper goods for everyone. Cheaper goods. Cost of shipping drops. Truckers have an 8-hour limit. There's also additionally like a weekly limit for safety, and I think it's a good rule. However, we can use technology to push that so that the goal would be fully autonomous trucks. That's many years off, but if we use driver assistance systems in trucks and cars alike, can make driving better, can make it safer and easier to drive for longer times, longer distances, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. How many viewers we got, Drew?
Well, we're up to 8, now we're back down to 3.
We were up to 8.
Yeah, I think your rant about trucking scared them away.
Trucking and rocks.
Trucking and
All
rocks.
the rock haters left. And now only the true believers are left. That was intended. It was a test. It's a filter. Hey, this highway hasn't been adopted yet.
Really? We should adopt it.
I think Rockhopper Holdings, LLC, my new venture, side hustle, which eventually will become a main hustle, will adopt potentially this section of Highway 5. It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one's adopted it yet. Wonder how much that costs.
Adopting a highway?
So yeah, like we gotta call the 1866 adopt a highway that was listed on the sign.
Adopt a highway, do you think you just give them like a cash fee and then like they take care of it, or do you have to
if probably you pay them cash and you get to adopt it for a certain amount of time, and people probably renew, the government's got a nice like annual recurring revenue plan through both taxes and adopt a highway.
Well, what if you adopt a highway and the government's just like lazy and inefficient, your highway just looks dirty, it looks like the company doesn't care, and you have like an inverse effect of like
your company looks worse because the highway is shitty.
The highway.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't adopt a shitty highway section. It's sad because the highway sections that are the shittiest are the ones that most need adopting.
That's like
tragic.
Children.
What's my battery at?
Let me see.
My battery dies. But as we all know, the last 1% is the longest percent. Damn, this is like desktop wallpaper worthy scenery.
Yeah, I feel like I'm driving through like Windows 98 right now.
Yeah, we're driving through desert Windows 98. I mean, XP has that grassy. Yeah. XP has the grassy plane.
What did Vista have?
Shit, I don't even remember. I just remember the Vista taskbar. The Aqua theme. They were like, we need to make Windows look like Macs. What do Macs look like? Aqua. It looks like you're underwater.
Vista had the swish.
Yeah, they had the swish. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, while Macs were, like, waiting in a warm Southern California pool, that was their Aqua design, Vista was more like waterboarding.
We got Armek 123. He's from Russia, apparently.
Oh, hey. I love Russia.
It's a good place. When I think of Russia, I think of Modesto, California with snow on it.
This is a great truck. We got AC. We got 12 volt power. We got USB. I'm sure the U-Haul doesn't have this.
Got airbags, so we know we're safe.
Yeah, we're safe.
We can turn them off if we choose.
The worst thing about airbags being deployed is they smell bad.
Really? What do they smell like?
The stalest air possible that's been like compressed, so it like has accelerated. It's like becoming stale. There's other they have probably other gases in the airbag other than just pure oceanic air. It's probably like some other shit in there that just affects the smell. But yeah, like you fucking crash your car, you're fine, but then you smell a mixture of like totaled engine and airbag air. And,
how do you feel about the designer air market? Do you think that's going to become a thing in our lifetime?
Designer air?
Yeah, like the Chinese and all these people live in these countries that they don't have clean air.
How do you use designer air?
I don't know. You get like an air tank, like for scuba diving. You just sit in your
living
room and you just inhale the
if they can make
good stuff.
If they can make a compressed air tank not look like as much of a medical device as it does right now,
so we make it look like a jewel kind of.
Yeah, if we make the compressed air look like a jewel, and in fact, if you sell it in disposable containers, that would even be better. Make sure that they're recyclable in some way though, or else people will be concerned about the waste.
The people are showing us love.
Okay. Yeah, Drew. Why don't you start this? Why don't you bring the designer air market to San Diego?
I feel like LA needs it more than we do.
Yeah, I mean, you can start the business in San Diego and sell it on Venice Beach next to the cannabis dealer.
Yeah, that's dumb enough that it might work. I feel like most of these people are high. They're probably kind of gullible.
Yeah, and they want some designer air.
Might want to call them AirPods. It's a good idea.
You could pull it if you called them airspace pods. Especially because they're a totally different category.
Air-pods?
Yeah. That'll work.
Well, it settles it. I'm going to take my entire, all of my savings.
Yeah,
$2,000.
And get a nice line of credit.
Mm-hmm.
Look, almost every successful entrepreneur I know at some point or still does have a shitload of credit card debt. Credit card debt is bad, but if you clearly, it's unfortunately it's the most accessible force of debt for independent small business owners. Or sole proprietors trying to get something off the ground. I know plenty of people with tens of thousands of dollars of credit card debt, but they're worth $25 million on paper. It's all full of Silicon Valley stock options, and they can't exercise them without having to front the tax bill. So you can get a loan for the tax bill, but it's still kind of sus, and it takes a lot of time and energy, and it's still risky. So yeah.
I think where we're going to make our money is probably by simplifying electronic payments. I think that's what we're going to do.
There's a lot of people trying to do that, man.
Well, I know, but we're going to do it in a semi-legit kind of way,
We're going to use QR codes to follow China.
We're going to bring WeChat to America.
Yeah, we need to make America's WeChat. Oh, shit. Sounds like we're trying to... But then it sounds like I don't really want to compete with Facebook and all these other people that really know how messaging works. To the extent that I can benefit the messaging sphere is by making messaging bots and I don't know, some retro IRC interfaces for modern messaging apps. That would be nice.
Yeah, I hear the Japanese are big into Web 1.0.
The Japanese are big into Web 1.0.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look into this.
Yeah, go. Someone in the chat, go look at a Japanese website, find out what they're like. Their version of Amazon.com is.
Let's find a Web 1.0 Japanese website. Web 1.0, you know, was a little more functional.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you didn't have a loading spinner when you loaded the page. You know, your links were links. You could right-click them and copy the link. You know, there's a lot of benefits to doing things Web 1.0. I think a good hybrid approach is good because your things can look prettier in Web 2.0. We're really still on
In
Web
2 miles, take exit 407 for California 33 towards San Anilla, Gilroy.
Okay, that's our in and out exit.
Oh yeah.
We'll stream till in and out.
Stream right up to the counter.
Stream right up to the counter, and we'll only put the phone down if they say no video recording in here.
Speaking of which, there's CHP right there.
Man, it looks like a CHP truck. I've never seen one of those.
We have those.
That's a rare issue.
We get a lot of those.
Oh yeah.
You know what I don't
Because
get?
they can fill them up with like a bunch of
cannabis,
like a bunch of weed bags that they seize.
Yes. You know what's weird? In certain parts of California, CHP, like, they have these white cars. I don't know, like, what the distinction is. Like, why does, like, you know, one station get, like...
Huh? What's the distinction in CHP?
Yeah, like, why do you get a white squad car in, like, certain parts of the state?
Yeah. I need to know how that works. I need to know how the state spends our money.
Are we going to China? Someone just asked.
We're going to San Diego.
We're driving there.
In half a mile, take exit 407 for California 33 towards San Anilla, Gilroy.
The infrastructure project this world needs is a giant freeway across the Pacific from California to China. Oh shit, there's a Korean War Memorial. Are we taking this exit 407?
Let me find out.
Because like Emma's gonna really
take exit 407.
Oh, Emma just missed our exit. She didn't put it in the GPS.
No.
Emma, we gotta call Emma. Alright, abort Periscope. We gotta call Emma.
In a quarter mile, turn